Rakal, Allah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikapradash. Salutations to the 1/3, the sealed elect, the 144,000 saints, the elders, apostles, and the prophets of the house of David. Shalom. The title of this message is Donald Trump is the Antichrist, what we in the truth call the anti-Hamashiach or the anti-Messiah. But to put it in layman terms, I'm going to say Antichrist for everybody that's not, have a high level of understanding, okay? I've been studying lately, and I come to understand that Tyrus is America, and the Prince of Tyrus is the President of America. Speaking of one specific one, though, here in Ezekiel chapter 28. We'll start at 27, though, y'all. I'm going to read a few verses from that. But 27 reveals that Tyrus is America. Matter of fact, we could start at 28, and it's still giving you that interpretation, okay? The word of the Lord, Yahweh, came into me, saying, Son of man, say unto the Prince of Tyrus, which is code word for the President of the United States, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God, and in the midst of the seas, America. Yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. Okay? Now, this is talking about America, but it's also talking about the President of America. So the leader, so the people. Okay? And this is going to give you further understanding that this is talking about America. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver, and thy treasures. And by great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy wisdom, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Okay? This is talking about America, and this is talking about the President of America. Now, the Prince of Tyrus. This is how I trace this back to the Antichrist. Okay? It's going to start off in, let me see, I took notes. Where my notes at? 28 and 12. We'll start at, I'll keep reading, and then you're going to see where this translates into the actual devil himself, which through interpretation, that's the devil entering into the Antichrist. Okay? We'll start at 12. Okay? Now, I just showed y'all. Well, let's just finish. We'll just go through it. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, and the terrible of nations, and they shall draw out their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and shall defile thy brightness. This is talking about America. This is talking about World War III. This is talking about, or now thou weakest thus. Is this the man? Okay? All right? They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. That's talking about America again, okay? Because it was actually surrounded by water, okay? For the most part, on both sides, okay? So that's the midst of the seas, all right? Wilt thou yet say before him that slayed thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man, and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Okay? Thou shalt die the deaths of the earth uncircumcised, and by the hands of strangers. I, the Lord, have spoken it. And this is talking about foreign troops. Okay? America is the beast of the sea, but the President of America is also the beast of the sea. That's why his mark is the mark of a man. That was a key clue for when the men of the Lord were to decipher that, to understand that that was a multifold prophecy. America is the beast of the sea, and the President of America is the beast of the sea, which I think it's going to be Donald Trump, the man of lawlessness, who can make war with the beast. And I'm going to show y'all the receipts that I have. You could say it's circumstantial, but I'm finna give it to you. Okay? Now here's where the devil comes in, okay? I, the Lord, have spoken it, okay? Now here's where it come in at, and this switch is over. And you're gonna understand that this is talking about the devil himself. But it's still also talking about the Prince of Cyrus, which is the President of the United States, which makes him the actual antichrist. Although we know there are many anti-Hamashiachs, but I'm talking about that guy, man, that the scriptures speak of, that man, okay? Son of man, take up lamentations against the king of Cyrus, President of the United States. At that time back then, okay? Everything is a rerun, and we live in a regeneration. So, okay? Watch how this identifies the devil, y'all. Turning the damn page. Probably him now. He got me off one. Son of man, take up lamentations upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh, thou sealest up the sum of full wisdom and perfect beauty. That's America. That's the perfection of the sword. You see? That's the androids and man, all this shit was science fiction to us just 30 years ago. Now we got real walking, talking, artificial intelligent robots running around here, just like our robot. And some of us that are of the elect, we're not taking well to that shit. I'm just like Will Smith on the fucking movie. Well, man, I don't want to be fucking around with no robot, man. I don't trust no human, letting alone something that a human made, okay? Thus said the Lord, thou sealest up the sum of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in the garden, thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Okay? That's clue number one. Now you know we're going somewhere. Because this ain't talking about a man or a country. Okay? Every precious stone was thy covering. The sardis, the topaz, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. Okay? Thou art anointed cherubim that cover it, and I have set thee so. Thou was up on the holy mountain of Yahweh. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of stones of fire. That's other angels, y'all. Okay? Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created, until iniquity was found in thee. Okay? This is talking about the real devil, y'all. This is why, come on, man. I just read it to y'all now. It's not talking about a man. This is not talking about Tyrus. This is talking about the Prince of Tyrus. Tyrus is code word for Babylon, which is America. Okay? The Prince of Tyrus is the President of America, which we can translate in the modern term, the President of the United States. It's the Antichrist, man. I just read it to you. Let's start back at 14. Well, let's go back over here. What 12 say? Son of man, which means prophet. Take up lamentations upon the king of Cyrus. That's the President of the United States. Okay? And ironically, look what this said at the top. The death of Tyrus king. That could be a spiritual meaning. It could be a literal meaning. I'm not holding back them rolling out no clone on your ass. I'm not holding it back, man. I would not be, man. I'm not putting nothing past nothing, man. This shit about to be crazy. We don't know what to expect, but it's always little clues. Okay, so now you just saw that this lamentation was to the king of Tyrus. Okay, and then it switches up right here while speaking to the king of Tyrus. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering. That's the devil himself, man. Let's go to 14. Thou art anointed cherub that covereth, and I have made thee so. Anointed cherub, man, that's an angel. So why would they be referring to the Prince of Tyrus, which is the President of the United States, as an angel? Because he's the antichrist, y'all. I don't know. Got some more notes. We're going to go over here to Revelations. We'll start at the beast of the sea. Okay? Start at 13 and 2. Because I just perceived that this deadly wound also goes hand in hand with appearing as if he did in the water right now. You see? A man shall come out of prison to rule. Now I know that really refers to the elect, but all prophecies are multifold, y'all. Okay? You can take clues from a whole lot, because a lot of these things just repeatedly happen. You see, you have to get Donald Trump off that ballot, y'all. And obviously that's what this is all about. They scared for Donald Trump to be on that ballot, y'all. And why so? Okay? Now let's start off at chapter 13. This is Revelation chapter 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise out of the sea. That's America. And they come up, okay? Having 7 heads, 10 horns, and upon his 10 horns, 10 crowns, and upon those heads the name of blasphemy. Now check this out, y'all. We're going to go into later in this chapter where it talks about 7 mountains, okay? And I perceive these mountains to, I perceive them to be presidents, y'all. But we'll get to that part. We'll get to that part, okay? And that's what I perceive these heads to be, okay? Let's continue. And the beast which I saw was likened to a leopard, and his feet were the feet of a bear, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion. And the dragon, which is the devil, gave him his power, his seat, and his authority. And that's the dragon choose who the president of the United States gonna be, y'all. That's what I'm interpreting. Because I already told y'all that the devil roams the earth as a man. And his original form as this cherub was a fucking melanated Negro angel, like the rest of them. With no such thing as no fucking white man. A white man is the youngest race on the earth. They're the real hybrid because they used to be black. See? You know how much they gonna be hurt to have to eat that? Gonna have to eat that, okay? We're gonna eat that whole roll too. But that dragon is the devil, y'all. And that seat and authority is the presidency of the United States. Okay? That the president is a puppet and motherfuckers telling them what to do. But that's the devil himself. And he roams the earth as a man. Whatever kind of man he feel like being. A woman too, I'd say. Bitch, a shapeshifter. You don't think he'll take on the form of a woman? Why not? And I saw one of his heads as if it were wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wandered after the beast, except the elect. Okay? And they worshiped the dragon, which is the devil, which gave power into the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who can make war with him? Now, let me give y'all a good understanding on what this actually means, and it's twofold. The beast is actually America. I could show y'all the precept right here. It's going to translate back to these great waters. You see? The whore of Babylon. The world is Babylon because we're in bondage of the world, y'all. The whore of Babylon is America. This is the biggest slut on the planet. She the one got everybody letting faggots walk around their streets flamboyantly and doing all kind of other shit. And the main one claiming that she's favored by God. But this is a slut. This powerful nation is crumbling to bricks. Everything gonna crash and burn. And if your heart is troubled by that and you're against that, you worship the beast. Okay? If you watch TV all day and you're sold into this system, you worship the beast. America is the beast. If you're a proud American, you worship the fucking beast. If you support homosexuality, you worship the beast. If you have a favorite rapper, you worship the beast. If you love monkey ball, you worship the beast, man. It don't, you gonna just die with the beast? We'll hear about that shit in court after you dead. You can say what the fuck you want to say. They all pull God out their ass, but they secretly worship the beast. Because they don't want to identify the beast and identify that it's over with for the beast. It's a conflict of interest to them, y'all. See? I know I lived that. I saw my brother say some shit 6 years ago when Trump was in office, ironic. He said, man, this motherfucker gonna crash and burn. And I just want to have a front row seat. And I looked at that nigga, because I was still in the world then. And I looked at my little niece, she was just 2 years old. I'm saying to myself, what about your granddaughter though, man? What's gonna happen to her? See, that was me still in the world in my carnal mind. I was worshiping the beast then, although I never liked the fucking beast. You see? You worship the beast and you don't even know it. A lot of you. Let's continue about the beast. Here's another smoking gun right here, right? They worship the beast and saying, who is likened to the beast? The greatest country in the world, America. Who can make war with America? Okay? And then now it switches back over to a man, because this top part is talking about a man too. But those circumstances are still playing out right now. And he gonna once again be the president. That's why they trying so hard to stop. They trying to stop this election. They don't want his ass on that ballot. Okay? And he opened his mouth and blaspheme against God, and blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in them. And it was given into him. Hold on. I missed the part. And that was given into him a mouth speaking great things in blasphemy. This 13:5, okay? And power was given into him to continue 42 months. 42 months is a presidential term, y'all. That's all he gonna need this next time. Ain't gonna be no running up for re-election or none of that. Ain't gonna be no need for that. When this motherfucker get back in, it's gonna be a whole different story, y'all. A whole new ball game. See? A whole new ball game is what you're finna be dealing with. Now, let's keep reading. 42 months is a presidential term, okay? And power was given in him to continue for 42 months. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God, and blasphemed his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell therein. And it was given to him war to make with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given into him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. Okay? And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. This is why so many people, y'all, is I just explained to y'all everything. You see? If you pro-America, you're anti-Hamashiach, and you worship the beast. This is the beast, and his leader, which is the prince of Tyrus, is also the beast. Okay? Just like they saying who can make war with America, it's gonna be who can make war with Trump. You see? And that presidency is a deadly wound. The healing of that wound is him coming back into power, re-election. And it also pertains to the fallen empires of the past, specifically the last Roman Empire, because that's when the Dark Ages started. And that was a deadly wound for them. Then they got back in power. See? So all these prophecies are multifold. But there's an actual antichrist, although there are many. A guy. You see? The Prince of Tyrus, which is the President of the United States. And I just explained to y'all in Revelation 13:2. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. That means that's really who chose the President of the United States. The devil. He the one choose who that's gonna be. Now, let's get back over here to 17, y'all. I want to show y'all these 7 heads and what they translate to. You see what I'm saying? We'll start at, let's just start at number 1, okay? And there came one of the 7 angels which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore, who sitteth upon many waters. That's obvious at this point, man, that this is talking about America. And if you have any problem with that, it's because you worship the beast. Okay? America is the beast. Donald Trump is also the beast. Or whoever the next president finna be. He lines up perfectly with it, man. This that deadly wound, and I'm finna show y'all some scriptures that maybe you can say circumstantial, but I think they substantiate that, okay? This is the judgment of the great whore who sit on many waters, the United States, okay? With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, okay? Same-sex marriage throughout the world, damn near, you see? And the inhabitants of the earth have made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Everybody then have been Americanized by this slut, okay? And he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw the woman sit upon the scarlet-covered beast, full of names of blasphemy, and having 7 heads and 10 horns. Now, I can't tell you exactly what the 10 horns mean at this point in time, but I think those are presidencies also. Okay? A horn is a presidential term. Okay? I'm fine. We getting to it. I can make it make sense. That's why you got 7 heads and 10 horns, because 3 of these presidents did 2 terms back to back. Bill Clinton, who came after him? And that matter of fact, they did them all 3 back to back. Bill Clinton did 2 in a row. George Bush Jr. did 2 in a row. And Barack Obama did 2 in a row. That makes 7 heads with 10 horns. Okay? And I'm freestyling that right now. That's why it's good to read. The spirit is flowing. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and the filthiness of her fornication. That's America, okay? Upon her forehead was written, no longer Mystery Babylon the Great. We know who it is. The mother of all whores and the abominations of earth. That is America. If you don't like it, it's because you're anti-Hamashiach and you worship the beast. You can't tell me I'm lying. If you get mad, it's because you worship the beast. You see? You support this bullshit. You worshiping the beast. You in bed with the whore. Okay? And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. And when I saw her, I wondered greatly with admiration. Okay? Now here you go, y'all. Watch how I break this down for y'all. And the angel said unto me, wherefore do you marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and the beast that carry her, and which had 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay? The beast that carry her is America also. Okay? It is right here. The beast that thou saw was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. That's Donald Trump, y'all. See, these terms are interchangeable, y'all. Okay, one paragraph, and understand they put these paragraphs together. So the Bible is not in any type of real, chronicle order. All right, but in this instance, it's going back to a man. Sometimes it referred to the beast as America. Sometimes it refers to the beast as the actual beast, which is the president of America, okay? And sometimes it refers to them both, okay? The beast that you saw was president, is not president, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, who can make war with the beast, and go into perdition, which means, perdition means chaos. That's one of the words for it, and a few other things, okay? I can't remember exactly right now, okay? And they that dwell upon the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. And I think it's just going to be a shock on all levels. Man, that man showed you his mugshot, man. That was the devil in Donald Trump, man. Who can make war with the beast, man? And motherfuckers are going to marvel when you see this devil come out, because that's the man of lawlessness. He going to reveal himself when he get back in office, man. And all this shit is written and designed to go this way, y'all. Okay? Now check this out. Let's start back at 8. The beast that thou saw was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. That's the deadly wound being healed, okay? And go into perdition, which is lawlessness, recklessness, the man of lawlessness, okay? And they that dwell upon the earth shall wonder, which means amaze, whose name were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, because they faith gonna be rattled, man. They already worshiping the beast. And these things here come, man, we ain't fooled. Okay? We can't be deceived. When they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. Was means past tense, okay? Is not means present tense. And yet is means future. Was president, is not president, yet is again. The deadly wound. The little horn. Okay? Which is America, which came out of the 4 kingdoms of Alexander, from those generals. And the deeper meaning means that actual person that rules that said country, which is Donald Trump. And ironically, y'all, I know people think I'm crazy. I said that the bitch might be Alexander the Great. You just can't translate that because you don't see a nigga around here conquering with the sword, man. But I'm King David. You would never believe that based off of my kill count on some shit, you know. I ain't never killed nobody in this lifetime, not even close. And I don't like guns. Matter of fact, I done taken the majority of the beating. I'm just ain't not no bitch though. You see? And not by any stretch of the imagination. Now check this out, y'all. This is where it get heavy. Chapter 9. And here is the mind which had wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sit. I think it's 7 presidents, y'all. Those 7 heads are 7 presidents, and a mountain is another code word for a presidential election also. Although that would still translate to 10 mountains, okay? Because it's 10 presidencies. Those are the crowns, shall I say. A mountain actually is a country. But these 7 heads have sat upon 7 mountains. It's just been the same mountain, per se. Because I'm finna tell y'all how I done broke this down to presidential terms, okay? Elections. And I'm finna give you the guys. And here's the riddle, okay? And here's the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 presidents. Wait, the 7 heads are 7 mountains which the woman sitteth. That means the head of that mountain. And that means the president of that country, okay? A mountain is a country, okay? So, you know, it can be translated into a head of that country in certain contexts when you see mountain. It could mean the head of that country also, okay? All right, now here, check this out, y'all. There are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he come, he must continue a short space. Let me tell y'all how I translated this into Joe Biden. In that short space being 42 months. Just out of my intuition, y'all, I thought about this speech that Ronald Reagan made, okay, in 1980 when he became president, okay, or maybe it was before, but I think it was around the time, all right. I started out with that being the head, Ronald Reagan, okay. So now I can count y'all 7 kings. Ronald Reagan, George Bush Sr., Bill Clinton, George Bush Jr.,